setting for today's great matchup. Mother Nature has served up perfect weather for today's game between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Kansas State Wildcats. Hi, everybody. This is Brad Nessler with Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso, and football is in the air. We're about halfway through the season, and these two Big 12 teams are ready to get it on.
Colorado will have to find a way to contain the ability of this kid at quarterback. It's safe to say that there might not be a better athlete on the field today, as this kid is good enough to beat the defense with his arm and his feet. Watch out, because I expect this quarterback to play extremely well today.
And now it's time for the Coke Zero coin toss, a winning combination with Coke taste and 0 calories. Both teams have sent their special teams onto the field, and we're ready for the opening kickoff. Kicks it off, and this game is underway. He gets out to about the 42-yard line. Now let's see what kind of success this offense can have as they come out onto the field for the first time today. The offense will start at the 42-yard line. Going with the shotgun. He makes his way to about the 48. This guy just made those 10 yards look easy. It's second down, and they're about the length of the football from the first down marker. One-man backfield. They're going to pitch it. They'll knock him down for a loss. No place to go that time, and the offense loses a yard or two.
Nice job of plugging up all the gaps and the possible cutback lanes by the defense.
This crowd is energetic, and they'd really love to see a stop right here. Another run. He gets to about the 31-yard line. He picked up big yardage on that run.
Oh, this is great blocking up front. Nice job of holding on to their blocks, allowing him to break through for some big yards.
First and 10. And they swap out the running back now for this next play. Pass complete and taken down immediately.
I'm not sure I agree with this offensive scheme. I mean, they made the completion, sure, but for such short yardage. Maybe they're trying to lull the defense asleep with their short passing game and then go for the big strike later during the drive.
Great tackle by the senior to make sure this guy couldn't rumble for any extra yards.
That's good enough to pick up the first down.
Not a bad run at all. He came away with 5 or 6 yards, and this offense will take that every single time.
The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. Edwards, the ball carrier, and he makes it out to about the 17-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
Not much at all there for the ball carrier. It was the freshman safety that stepped up and made the tackle.
And a new halfback checks into the game. He's under some heat. Passes left, gets it out to the halfback.
It's all about chipping away at the defense. Even short yardage completions can have a way of building a quarterback's confidence.
We'll see if they can make another defensive stop right here on 3rd down.
It's absolutely deafening down there. He drops back. He gets rid of it, and it's going the other way. We are looking at one of the best defenders in America.
Not only does he cover guys like a blanket, but he gets tons of picks. One more interception, and he's going to be tied with a single-season school record.
First down, 10 yards to go. They line up in the jumbo set. Runs it, and he stops short of the line of scrimmage. So the halfback loses about 2 on the run. It's 2nd down and 12. Ball on their own 10. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's going to try and scramble. Got a man in and out of his hands. Third and 12 coming up on this one. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. And they get the safety. And that sure changes the dynamic of this game, guys.
Yep, the defense did it all by themselves. Now they have a 2-point lead, all because of that safety.
That's a huge play by these guys. Forcing a safety to give your team the lead and get the ball back is what some of these defensive players dream of.
He's out to the 30. Across midfield, and down he goes at the 43. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession.
As the quarterback, you just have to get that last play out of your head. All quarterbacks make mistakes, but the ones that don't repeat those mistakes are the really good ones.
It looks like they picked up a yard or a little less. It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. Single set backfield. They motion to the right. He drops back. Throws complete. He's got space to work. He's tackled at the 39-yard line. How about that play?
That's a good pickup there. He just dropped back and delivered a nice throw.
Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 33. Backfields in an offset I formation. Makes it, and the quarterback scrambles. He's out of bounds at the 26. Our cameraman didn't even know who had the ball.
I'm pretty sure the defense didn't either. The halfback did a heck of a job faking like he was running with the ball. Hit. They were about to tackle him.
Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense. That'll be a pickup of a yard.
And the defense had great pressure there. They blitzed the middle linebacker, and there were no holes for the halfback to run through.
The quarterback's in the gun with 3 receivers in the set. Option. Brought down right around the 28-yard line. Loss of 3. Third down, and they need to get it to the 15. Single back set, 3 wide receivers. Big play, and it's 1st and goal.
There you go. Good read by the quarterback to give the offense a new set of downs. If the defense wants to line up in man, work that slant route until they stop it.
This defense is looking to make it 3 straight trips to the red zone without a single point. Tosses it out. Touchdown, Wildcats. Good idea giving it to the halfback near the end zone.
Why wouldn't you give it to this guy? He told me before the game, if he gets the ball inside the 10, you can 5-star lock it. He's going to score.
Big extra point here. It'll put them up by 2 scores. Kansas State is up by 8. And he adds the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Here's the kick. He's to the 10. Oh, what a hit. And now the offense comes on the field, and I think they're hoping for a little better result this time around.
And the last time these guys had the ball, they gave up a safety.
Yeah, they just couldn't contain all that defensive pressure. But it's always hard to take a safety. That's pretty embarrassing for the offense.
Well, the defense really put the clamps down on that run.
Boy, Greg, great effort up front by that defense.
And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. He's on the run. He passes it. And it's picked off. It's the safety. He's taken down at the 37. He tried to force that one in there.
Yep. And the safety made him pay for it. Great job of watching the quarterback's eyes and even a better catch.
Very interesting first quarter. The score here at Folsom Field. Kansas State 9, Colorado nothing. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 37. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Edwards, the ball carrier, tried to sidestep by there, but a good tackle on the play. How about that run by this halfback?
You know what? When this offense can run the ball like this, watch out. They can score quickly.
Watch out is right, because now you got to worry about the run and the pass on defense.
1st and 10. The quarterback's in the gun with 3 receivers in the set. Here's the option, and they got to him before he could get back to the line. How about the play of this defensive end?
This is just solid run defense here. They get a great push up front, not allowing the runner to have much room to work with. And at the end, they're able to wrap him up.
2nd and 12 coming up here. Trips right. Option to the right. And this is not good news. This is a very serious injury. Third down, and they need to get it to the 15. Well, as they take a look at that injury on the sideline, let's see what this backup can do at quarterback. He's tackled at the 17. That was a good pass and catch there, but still not enough for the 1st down.
That's not an easy conversion here on 3rd down for the offense. All the defense has to do is stay back, keep everything in front of them, come up and make a tackle.
Those 3rd and long plays are always tricky. The quarterback did a good job there of not forcing the ball and causing an interception.
First and 10. 4 wide. He's looking to pass. Here's the long ball, left side. Swatted away.
The defender prevented a big play there.
Yeah, the quarterback wanted his guy downfield, but the receiver wasn't able to make a play on the ball.
But the defender did. He had great position all the way downfield.
They come out with 4 wide out. He's on the run. Gets a block on the corner. And he dives forward. And he has a huge gain.
Yeah, I like the decision-making ability of this quarterback. He looks and looks. He sees nothing. He didn't get rattled. He sees some green in front of him, and he takes off. Ends up with a great run.
They're packed in tight on the line. Feeds it to the back. And they make the stop at the 43. And what a run.
And here's a stat for you. This kid ran a 4.3 non-win aided 40. Now that's fast.
Non-win aided? What are you talking about? I don't care if he had the wind or not. This kid can fly.
Handoff to the right. Tackle made at the 39-yard line. He picks up 4 yards on the carry. Second down and 6. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. They'll bring him down around the 31-yard line. The wideout made a good-looking grab there.
You're right, and the quarterback threw it as soon as he saw he had that extra step.
Takes it right and brought down right away. A pickup of about 3.
Came with a good blitz from the edge here and disrupted the blocking scheme of this run.
Yeah, Kirk, the blockers weren't able to hold their blocks long enough for the back to get free. Good stop there.
And it's caught, and they bring him down at the 2.
Interesting call. Defense came with the heat that time. Problem was they couldn't quite get to the quarterback. And when you can't quite do something, that means the other guys will probably have a big play.
And you're right, that pass was good for a bunch of yards that time.
Expect the defense to turn it up a notch here in the red zone. On the run, touchdown. Nothing complicated about that one, Coach. The halfback took it in for 6.
You're right, it doesn't have to be quantum physics to get in the end zone, just good execution.
I think everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a run play, and the defense just couldn't stop it.
And he adds the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends it off. Vincent from the 10. Gets to about the 24-yard line. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll go to work at the 24. First and 10. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. To the right and tackled immediately. And he gets a yard on the run.
1 yard gain on the play. The offense calls a timeout.
Second and 9 coming up here. About 2 minutes before halftime. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. They'll give it off here. And they make the stop at the 32. Edwards gets 7 yards on the play. Third down and a yard. Ball on the 32. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line. And they get enough for the first.
What's interesting about that short run on third down is now they have the ability to go to play-action pass and stretch out this defense.
I was just going to say that, but don't be surprised if they don't go and go to the air right now.
At the 30. Tackle made at the 25-yard line.
Offside. Home defense.
That helps a little bit by moving them up 5 yards.
They'll take anything they can get, Kirk.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Slings it out there incomplete. Second and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 39. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. Looking to throw. Throws a laser across the middle. He's taken down at the 45. A nice completion to the tight end.
A good play here, and the thing that I notice is that he provides a nice big target out there for the quarterback.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Crosses left, intercepted. He might have a chance. So the turnover will once again give the ball back to this offense.
That's 2 interceptions today by this defense. Their coach has to be happy that they're forcing turnover.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 42. There are flags all over the place. Here's the call from the head referee. Well, the offense is helped out by that defensive penalty.
You bet they are. That's an easy way to pick up yards.
Good situation for the offense here now as they have first and 5. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He rolls left. He's pushed out of bounds around the 37-yard line. Second down and 5. Ball on the 37-yard line. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's under pressure. With the pass, incomplete.
Number 12, the intended receiver on the play.
3rd and 5 coming up. Ball on the 37. 4 wide. Now he tries to buy some time. They bring the quarterback down. Great play by the defense.
Ooh, but that time they came with the blitz, and the linebacker was able to get free and come away with a sack.
They call on the kicker for a long field goal. This one from 60 yards away. And this one doesn't have the distance. Well, no luck for the kicker as he misses his opportunity to tack 3 points on the board. And our score, Colorado 7, Kansas State 9. Going with the shotgun here. First down, look at the throw. And it's caught. And they make the stop around the 48-yard line. Not a bad little play there.
Yeah, this is a nice job by the quarterback reading the coverage and delivering a very catchable ball and allowing his receiver to come up with a nice game.
Drops back to pass. He wants it all. Knocked down, incomplete. He broke that one up nicely.
You know, that's just what happens when the ball is just out of reach for an interception. It gets tipped.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. One more play now before we hit halftime, so they'll most likely throw one towards the end zone here. It's picked off, and it's the sophomore. He tries to juke, but they bring him down. We've reached halftime, and we couldn't have asked for a better first half. The score here in Boulder, Kansas State 9, Colorado 7.
Colorado 7.
Kansas State will be kicking off to start the second half. Kicks it off. Tackle made at the 36. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They come out in a goal line set. Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
Yeah, it was a short gain, but a nice tackle there by the junior who stepped up in traffic and made a nice play.
And he's got his receiver. It's the sophomore.
I like the call here by the defense to bring the heat with the outside linebacker. It was just a better call by the offense, and that's why it's a first down.
They're packed in tight on the line. They work the right side, and there is nothing going there. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
Solid takedown by the junior there.
You won't break or bend this linebacker. He won't miss that tackle too often.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 48-yard line. From the gun. He scrambled. Gets it to his wide receiver, and he's got another one. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made a great read, saw the open receiver, and delivered an almost perfect strike. Good-looking play.
They line up in the jumbo set. Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle. The halfback picks up a yard.
The quarterback caused them to run out of room. Excellent play by him to keep it from going outside.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Now he's scrambling. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. So the quarterback scrambles for about 8 yards.
Gain of 8 on the play.
It's third down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker. And they got all the big boys in there for this one. And he's taken down at the 14-yard line. They move the sticks after another first down.
Impressive drive by this offense so far. I really like what they're doing by keeping this defense on their heels and moving the ball downfield.
On the handoff, watch out. Tackle right around the 4-yard line. They'll grab 10 yards there. Second down. The ball is on the 4, and they're going in. All the big boys are on the field now. Both teams have their big sets out there. Again with the run. Short gain there by the tailback, and he's still going to come away with a first down.
The back only picked up a yard there, but a yard was all he needed to get a first down.
And we got the backup in there now at running back. It's the tailback. He's taken down at the 2-yard line. It looks like they picked up a yard or a little less.
Good pressure from the defense. They brought the heat. Wasn't much room for the running back to work with.
They line up in the jumbo set. Run right, hit the backfield. Loss of 2 on the run by the halfback.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Third and goal, and they can already taste the lead. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's on the run. He's rolling right. And he's going to run this one in. Touchdown. No one could break clear, so the QB decided to run it in.
You've got to like it when your leader takes things into his own hands, especially down inside the 10.
I pounded straight up the middle here for 2 points.
So the offense is going to go for 2. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Passes into tight coverage, and it's going the other way. And they won't get the 2. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Colorado to kick this one off. He boots it deep downfield. From his own goal line. There's a player injured down on the field. I can't see who it is. They'll set up shop at the 36-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. They go with the option. Nice tackle made there to bring him down. The option keeper gets him 2, maybe 3 yards.
Nice play by the sophomore corner to make that tackle there.
When a defense has help and run support from their corners, it takes a lot of pressure off the linebackers and safeties. Great play.
And the halfback's got nowhere to go.
No gain on the play.
It's 3rd and 7. Ball on the 39. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Looking to throw. It's complete. And they make the stop at the 46. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a great job by the defense. These guys are disguising their defense so well that they're confusing the quarterback and the offensive line.
Gets it off. And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
And this defense needs to fill those holes. Otherwise, this offense will march it right down into the end zone again.
Tackle made at the 48. What an athlete. Does this guy have some wheels or what?
He's the fastest player on the football field right now. You can't name another guy out there who can beat this kid in a race.
I would say one of those corners, but I don't think they could keep up with him either. I'm going to bet this running back is getting frustrated. You know he wants to be able to get into some open space. Unfortunately for him, he didn't get the chance there.
Going with the shotgun here. Back to pass. And he's hit immediately. And they get a few yards on that little reception.
Check it out. He ran a good route on this play. And the timing of the pass was good. And they were able to get a nice gain.
And a new halfback checks into the game. They run it for the first, and he stops. They don't pick up the first on that play.
Brad, that defense is saying, not so fast, my friend. You're not going to run that ball that easy.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's on the run, rolling out to the left side. Got a man in and out of his hands.
Good job here by the defense to get off the field and get the ball back into the hands of their own offense.
They'll get the ball here at the 44. First down, 10 yards to go. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarter's defense. Here's the option, and he's tackled at the 49-yard line. 5 yards there for the quarterback. And, folks, it's neck and neck as we head to the final quarter of play. The score here at Folsom Field, Colorado 13, Kansas State 9. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. 2 tight ends here. Catches it, and down he goes around the 41-yard line.
That's the beauty of running play action against zone coverage. In man, the defender has his eyes on the guys covering. But in zone, the defender's looking right at the quarterback. That's why that play action worked so well for a first down. They weren't sure if it was a run or a pass.
Drops back to pass. Tackle made at the 27. They pick up solid yardage there.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch there. The wideout was able to find a little open space in the defense, and the quarterback was able to get him the ball for a good pickup.
Takes the handoff inside and stopped immediately. Edwards only picks up about a yard there on the counter. Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Looks to pass. Tackle at the 12. What a throw and catch, guys.
I'll tell you what, this young kid has a real gun for an arm. He sizes up to play well, and then gets the ball out of there.
Backfield's in an offset I formation. Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Yeah, they really pounded him on that throw.
They sure did, but somehow he got rid of the football.
There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. Short over the middle. He's taken down around the 10-yard line.
That's some pretty timid play calling right there. Let's see if they decide to open it up a bit more.
I'm right there with you on that one, Kirk.
Going with the shotgun here. Looks to the end zone. Interception.
Oh, man. A huge interception. That's a heartbreaker right there.
Wow, you're right about that one. If they could have found the end zone, they'd be winners today. But they turned it over at the worst possible point in the game. Unless there's a miracle, I do not want to be anywhere near their locker room when this one is over.
They've got their backs against the wall. Ball on the 3-yard line. This close to their own end zone. They look like they want to punch it out a little bit and get some better field position. Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle. Almost eked out a yard on that one.
There was no room for the halfback to go anywhere right there.
That was a design run blitz by the middle linebacker, and they played the run about as well as you could.
Now he tries to buy some time. Here's the long ball, left side. At the 40. Across midfield. Inside the 30. To the 10. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. Guys, how fast is this kid?
Well, it's pretty simple. You can see it right there. Nobody on the field can stay with him.
This field, I don't think anybody in the country can keep up with this guy. He's out there playing catch me if you can.
tacks on the extra point. So with just over 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the score is Colorado 20, Kansas State 9. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And it's off. Edwards fields it at the 11. And he's taken down at the 37.
The quarterback threw an interception on their last drive. Let's see if they can be more successful here.
In the long run, this team will be all right, as long as they can avoid those types of turnovers.
Yep, it's no coincidence that the teams that win the highest turnover margin are usually the teams at the top of the BCS standings year after year.
I don't know how he came up with that one.
I'll tell you, good hands and a little luck. He was well covered. Not much else the defense could do in that kind of play.
Ace backfield. Under heavy pressure, and they got it.
This guy at defensive end can really play.
He uses excellent technique to get by the blockers and slide into the backfield.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field.
He's tackled at the 45-yard line. And he threw that ball in there nicely. Did you see that, Coach?
Yes, I did, Brad, and that was a good pass and a very good game.
And again, it's the wide receiver who's making a play. He's definitely been a favorite target for this quarterback.
And it's caught. He's tackled in the open field.
I talked to this receiver earlier in the week, and he comes up to me and says, "Yo, Coach, you're going to be calling my number this week. I'm going to make some big plays."
Well, he wasn't lying. That was definitely a big-time play.
Ill-advised pass, and this will be picked off. Not a good decision there. Why'd he even throw that pass?
Well, this is a good job by the corner of sitting back and reading the quarterback's eyes. Good job of disguising coverage as well.
This quarterback is a gamer. He comes to play every game.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 17. They're packed in tight on the line. They go with a run. He makes his way out to about the 25. A nice pickup of about 8 yards. They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. They line up in the jumbo set. They'll bring him down at the 29-yard line. And that's a 1st down.
First down, and now they have an opportunity to run some more time off the clock.
They come out in a goal line set. They'll give it off here. And he's shoved out of bounds
At about their 37-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. They're packed in tight on the line. Gives it right side. It looks like they picked up a yard or a little less. Third down and 2. Ball on their own 38. They'll work from the shotgun. Can't find anyone open. Good tackle there in space. They just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
That's one of the things that can happen if the defense brings extra guys to rush the quarterback. The offense will have favorable matchups to get the ball downfield.
And this kid is talented enough to see those receivers. It's not easy to get the ball past those big bulldozers when they're flying right at you.
Picked up a yard of anything on that run.
He was tackled there by the freshman. Great job up front to read and react to the play and make the stop.
EA Sports and Russell Athletic would like to congratulate today's players of the game. Nice job, guys. Again with a carry. And they hit him in the backfield. And the defense just swarmed over him on that one.
Yeah, they were able to penetrate the offensive line and get to the running back before that play even had a chance.
3rd down, and they need to get it inside the 43. The defense sets up in the nickel. He drops back. Good defensive play. Makes it 4th down.
I'm sending out a big yo to the defensive coordinator right there.
I'm sure he appreciates that yo. Great job of mixing up the coverage and putting his players in a spot to make a play.
And they're smart enough to know the situation and to just knock it down.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
And you know, we talk time and time again about how important turnovers are.
You know what they say? The team that commits the least amount of turnovers usually wins the game.
Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it.
Hey, this guy's got to forget about the drop. Remember, he was in good position to make a play.
Hey, that's a good call, Kirk. He should just forget about it.
They'll work from the shotgun. Got a man, watch out here. Stiff arms, but he can't break the tackle. And a pickup of about 7.
I thought this play was going to go for more yards, but the defense did a good job of shutting it down before the halfback could get any further downfield.
Quick out to his receiver. He just couldn't juke the defender, and he's brought down. So on 3rd down, he finds his receiver and gets a big gain.
Yeah, we saw these guys on Wednesday in practice, and they ran this play over and over for about 20 minutes.
Well, if you can get it right in practice, then you usually can get it right in the game as well.
Drops back on 1st down. Complete. And they make the stop at the 43.
I'll tell you what, this defense better start to get pressure on the quarterback. They're giving him way too much time back there to throw the football.
We've got a 1st and 10. The defensive backs moving in closer. The offense lines this one up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers in the formation. And this one's broken up. He's lucky that pass fell innocently to the turf.
Yep, total coverage on that one. Got to pick his destinations better.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage. And they'll try one last pass here to pad the stats, but that's about all they're going to get right here. And he's tackled at the 36.
I like what the coach is doing here with this hurry-up offense. Watch for this young defense to get a little confused on this play.
And so that's going to do it. Our final score in this one.
Colorado 20, Kansas State 9.
Kirk, as we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance, your thoughts on this one?
You know, I think it was a well-played game for the most part. Kansas State had a few missed opportunities in this game. I think if they could have capitalized on a few of them, it would have been a lot closer, and they might even have won this game.
Well, thanks for joining us for another presentation of NCAA Football 09. For Lee, Kirk, and everyone here at EA Sports, I'm Brad Nessler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.